And we were out there for hours, and we didn't even see anything at all. And it's just like, this sucks.
Yeah.
This kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so we got like 10 minutes sidetracked on this one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but that's
It was just like everyone make fun of Nick for 12 minutes.
that's typical us. All right, so
That's how it is.
let me ask you back to the cell cameras, and I think we're focusing more on that than we are anything else as far as what the state of Iowa is doing, because I think that one affects us the most, because Ohio is really interesting on some of the leniency that Ohio DNR offers for out-of-state hunters. So, if the state of Ohio were to say we're gonna tighten up regulations for hunting, and by removing the use of cell cameras, then we would see less, as a result, probably out-of-state hunters.
I don't think that would make a change.
Would you make that sacrifice here in Ohio?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't start using them until 3 years ago, so I would be okay without them.
They are nice because they are convenient, but I think a lot of what we go through in Ohio, because it's a very cheap state to hunt as a non-resident.
One of, if not,
Too cheap.
We find ourselves on the top state, or in the top 5 of Booner Bucks, right?
I think we were number 5 last year.
I would be okay with not having trail cameras at all, because I think that surprise factor of you don't know what the heck is going to come around the corner would be awesome. But at the same time, I really enjoy checking cameras. I could go either way with it. I would be okay with not being able to use cell cameras. But back to the Iowa thing, like, I think what sucks is I just bought my 4th point for Iowa, just preference points. I haven't, I have not applied.
This one is going to affect you.
Yeah. But if I want to go to Iowa and I want to deer hunt, I have a couple public lands that I have, looked at on Onyx or whatever, that are relatively close to each other, or one giant spot of public. And it's like, well, this looks good, this looks good, this looks good. I want to take 3 or 4 cell cams, or even 2. I want to take a couple cell cameras with me and, put them here and here, maybe a regular camera here, and know overnight or within 2 days, hey, does this look like it's worth hunting or not? Because I have a 6-day hunt.
Yeah, because
I'm going to hunt public land. I'm going to take a week off work. So I think that's why I'm so torn with it, because if Ohio did it, if Iowa does it, and it sounds like they're doing it.
Yeah.
Other states are going to do it. So I think the problem is, living in Ohio, yeah, it would deter non-residents to come here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to go to Iowa or Kansas or wherever, and I want to be able to use them to see, hey, am I wasting my time on this piece of property or not?
Yeah. No, it's one of those things where you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, it's such a gray, shady area that I do think banning them, I don't want to say it'd be bad.
I could say treating them like baiting, like they do in PA. Like, a property is considered baited until X amount of days after the last piece of bait is gone. I can see them doing that with cell cameras, and a lot more people being like, okay, I get it. Like, you can run a cell camera, but you can't have that up 10 days or whatever prior to your hunt.
So for someone like me, I would do multiple out-of-state hunts a year.
Yeah.
And there was, on a couple occasions, I would make the drive out to that state, to the ground that I was intending on hunting.
Like a month before or something?
And then drop off cameras, and then get the information directly to my phone. I didn't have to worry about going and checking it.
Yep.
And more or less, I was monitoring hunting pressure, because I was just curious to see what access points were more busy and which ones weren't. Now, of course, this year and the next probably year or two, I plan on being a little bit more local, a little bit more Ohio. That's not going to change how I do out-of-state stuff when I do. I don't think, like, if every other state were to do this, I would make that drive and probably cut some of my actual hunt time and not half, but maybe down a little bit, and then use that extra vacation day that I would have hunted with
to scout.
Yeah.
I think that's the more traditional way to go at it.
Yeah.
It is. It definitely is.
You show up somewhere, you take a day or a day and a half to do some scouting, and then you hunt off of that information for the next 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which success rate for my out-of-state hunts, I'm probably, if I really thought about it, I can give you an exact number, but I'm going to guess 50-50. 50-50 of success versus not. Had cell cams played a part in it, I would say 1 for sure did.
Yeah.
1 for sure did. But other than that, no.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good thing that they're banning it, because I think it kind of gets to the point where where do they draw the line?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where.
So
what more can they get away with type deal?
Are they going to start saying you can't use lighted knocks? They already do that out west in a lot of states.
You can't use expandable broadheads out west too. A lot of states, yeah.
Why?
I just learned this the other day.
Yeah.
In certain states, you can't have a certain percentage of bow let off, like anything over 80.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's states out west you can't use a scope on a muzzleloader.
Yep.
Has to be open sights only.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do the tag, like for deer, did the tags change? If you're allowed to use less, or you're allowed to kill more deer? Because it's
Nope.
Nope.
No, you
That
just
has nothing to do with your population.
they just say it's
numbers.
unethical or you know, whatever.
Well, it's like, look at the difference between entering a deer in Boone and Crockett compared to Pope and Young. Like Pope and Young, if your bow is under a certain number of axle to axle, under a certain percentage of let off, if you had any electronic devices, lighted knocks, a light in your sight, you can't go in. When it's
Really?
the same, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep. Then Boone and Crockett and Buckmasters was like, we'll take you. Why don't you come on over?
Really? I never really paid attention to that.
Well, Pope and Young that's the archery
yeah.
side of it. Boone and Crockett and Buckmasters are just kind of like the broad spectrum.
So even if you, because my sight on my bow does have a light, but I don't ever have batteries in it.
I never use
Does
it.
that make a difference?
Anytime that
I feel like if you'd have to. I feel like at that point you'd have to prove it that you never used it. But I feel like they would still be like, you have something that takes batteries on you. Sorry, kid.
See, I've never even had that be beneficial to me. Like I tried that once, where you get in like you're at dusk, and then
To
I'm
me,
like,
it's just always too bright.
it is because then I can't even see what I'm shooting.
If
All I see is the
also my mindset is if I need the light,
It's probably
time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's times it's like, well, I mean, there have been times you get that dreary overcast day, half hour past legal, say it's 6:31, and you check and it's 6:22, and you're like, man, I can't see nothing.
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes sooner than legal light.
But then there's nights where it's the legal light's 6:31, and 6:31 comes, you're like,
full moon.
man, I can still, like the moon's casting shadows, and you're like, man, I can stay out here another hour.
So I don't know about you guys, but as I'm getting older, I have gone out in the mornings where my watch lets me know when it's 30 minutes before shooting light or 30 minutes before daybreak. So
Shooting time.
yeah.
When shooting time is.
And I look at the horizon and I'm like, I can't shoot 60 yards right now, let alone 20. Like,
Yeah.
A half hour in the morning that's a dart.
So is that me getting older, or is that just how light is now?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've messed my eyes up quite a bit, so all light kind of looks weird.
No, that's true.
But no, I agree. A half hour in the morning, like sunrise at 7, 6:30. Man, that's dark.